Hey guys, it's Chris, and today I wanted to share with you a few tips and ideas for those of you who are thinking about going plant-based or vegan or making any kind of change like that to your diet. I know that in the beginning it can definitely seem overwhelming and you're like, what am I going to eat? Where can I eat? How's this going to work? It really doesn't have to be difficult. It can be very simple and easy and practical for you. I'm going to leave a link down below to my personal playlist of like my favorite vegan videos, whether that's pieces of advice or recipes or like what I eat in a day videos. I think that maybe it'll be helpful to some of you that are thinking about it. You know, that's always definitely one of the things I want to share with people who are thinking about making the transition. I wanted to clarify the difference here also. You have vegetarians. Vegetarians don't eat animals, but they will eat animal products. You have pescatarians who don't eat land animals, but they will eat seafood. And then you have vegans who don't eat animals or anything that comes from animals at all. You have some vegans that eat raw foods until 4. You have some vegans that eat only raw foods. You have some vegans that are like, I'm just gonna eat organic food only. And then you have some vegans that are just like, look, there's no meat, there's no animal products in it, I'm gonna eat it. That's the kind of vegan I am. But you can of course choose to be whatever you want. You know, it's your body. What you choose to put into your body is completely up to you. Of course, everybody has their own reason for going vegan. For me personally, I just feel better this way. I was vegan for about 7 months prior. I was vegetarian for about 8 years of my life. So I know I can definitely tell a difference in how I feel, my energy levels, and everything else. All right, so my first tip is get inspired. Especially in this day and age, there's so much inspiration everywhere, whether you're looking at Instagram or Facebook pages or even on YouTube. I personally like to watch a lot of what I eat in a day videos because I get inspired, because sometimes I get stuck in a rut and I like to eat some of the same things. I mean, I like those same things, but I also want to try something new. I get ideas. A lot of people think that once you go vegan, you know, you're kind of limiting what you can eat, but really the possibilities open up. Like, I've tried so many new foods. I've tried yucca root. I tried to make bacon out of it with liquid smoke and like a yucca root. I've never tried that before I went vegan, and I don't know that I would have if I hadn't gone vegan, because you know, you learn more about food and then you become a better cook almost. My second tip is don't be afraid to experiment. You'd be surprised which combinations go well together, and in being vegan, definitely make sure that you're reading the ingredients on everything. That should be a practice, you know, vegan or not. You definitely want to know what you're putting into your body, but once you become more aware of those ingredients, you kind of know, well, this ingredient was in this, so maybe this will taste good together. It really just kind of gets those creative juices flowing. The great thing about reading ingredient labels is that if you look at the bottom right here, it'll go ahead and tell you if there's like milk or soy or egg most times. Of course, scan everything else here too, but that's just one quick way you can kind of find everything. When you're shopping and looking at things in the store, you don't have to specifically shop from the natural food section unless that's your preference. There are a lot of food items out there that are vegan that you would really be surprised at. The Oreos are vegan. I know that makes you think, what is the cream filling though? A lot of like the rice mixtures are vegan. Really just a lot of different things. It doesn't have to specifically state vegan. It's just read the ingredients, kind of know what to look for. Another tip is don't be afraid to ask questions. There's no stupid question, you know, especially in terms of what you're eating. I didn't always know the things that I know now, so there's no stupid question that you can ask. Google it. That's another great piece of advice. I Google everything. Which leads me to my next tip. Plan ahead. So I use Google to help me plan ahead whenever we're going out to eat or something, or even if, you know, I'm in the car and I want to stop and get something. If I don't know, you know, right off the bat what options a restaurant offers that are vegan, I will pull out my phone, I will type in that restaurant name, and I will type in vegan and see what the ingredients are in these things, or see what other people are saying, you know, is vegan. It's a vegan option available at that restaurant. Most times if, you know, friends offer to go out to eat, I'll try to look at the menu ahead of time so that I can kind of have an idea of what I'm going to eat, so I don't have to stress about it when I get there. Or sometimes I will just eat a little bit before I go if, you know, I know the options are going to be kind of limited. But that leads me back to don't be afraid to ask questions. When you get to that restaurant, if you don't see anything that specifically states that it's vegan, you can still combine things. You can ask them to make you something custom, whether that's like nachos. I mean, what place doesn't have beans and rice? You know, most places have beans and rice and tomatoes and avocado and things like that. You could easily have a rice bowl or something. And while we're on the topic of going out to eat and potentially having limited options, one of the best pieces of advice I could give you is always have snacks on deck. You don't want to be caught slipping. I'm telling you, when you get hungry, that's when it gets tough. Everything looks good, everything smells good. You start not to care. You're just like, I don't care, I have to eat now. I have snacks in my car. I keep a snack in my purse, whether it's like a piece of candy or crackers or something. I keep snacks in my desk at work. Like if you see me, 9 times out of 10 there's food in my purse or not far. I like to eat, y'all. I like to eat. And then my last tip for you is go at your own pace, you know? Do what's comfortable for you. Personally, I'll admit it, I was one of those people that's like, oh, you shouldn't eat this, you know, kind of policing everybody's food, but that's not the way to do it, you know? Let everybody go at their own pace. You can't make someone do something that they're not ready to do, and you shouldn't do something that you're not ready to do either. You don't have to completely go vegan cold turkey or go vegetarian cold turkey. Take it a day at a time. You can start by eliminating certain foods, or if you're thinking about, you know, going vegan or vegetarian, start looking for substitutes for things that you like. There are great substitutes out there for milks. Cashew milk is great. It's a great substitute for cereal. There's a great substitute for eggs, especially if you're thinking about baking. There's great ice cream substitutes. Oh my goodness. So Delicious is a brand that makes really great ice cream bars. And hey, if you're anything like me, you like the stuff to taste like what it's supposed to taste like. And they do have lots of things out there like that. So you really won't feel like you're missing out. Well, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this video was helpful to you. If you have any questions or comments or concerns or anything you want to share or ask about, definitely, you know, leave a comment down below. I'd be more than happy and more than willing to help you out there. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.